Military spouses. What's your funniest case of mistaken identity? I was shopping at the PX on Fort Campbell when this E7 approaches me. He looks directly at my beard and asks, "When are you gonna shave?" I completely misheard him and thought he was just making weird chit-chat with a fellow shopper. So I respond with, "Oh, about every 6 months, but I trim the neck depending on where I am. I travel a lot to see my wife, work from home periodically." The moment I finished talking, it hit me like a freight train. This NCO thinks I'm a soldier, violating grooming standards. My beard was neat and well-maintained since I trim it weekly, so I probably looked military enough to him. We both just stood there staring at each other for what felt like the longest 5 seconds in military history. Neither of us knew what to say. He was probably processing my completely bizarre response about my grooming routine while I was realizing this massive misunderstanding. He finally just walked away without saying another word. I'm a military spouse. My wife is the one who's active duty, not me. I'm prior service, but that chapter of my life is over. Apparently, some people just can't wrap their heads around the idea that sometimes the man isn't the one serving in the relationship. The whole situation was incredibly awkward in the moment, but I was actually flattered afterward. Here's this NCO thinking I looked fit and military enough to be mistaken for an active soldier. If I ever see that E7 again, I owe him a six-pack for the unintentional compliment, even though I don't drink anymore. The poor guy was just trying to do his job enforcing standards and ended up in the most confusing conversation of his day.